Una mattina mi sono svegliato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono svegliato.
Fucking A. Episode number 5. Welcome to My Daughter is a Communist. I'm one of the trio of your hosts, Mr. Roby Hollywood. Gentlemen, let them know who you are.
Yo, Fadi, you introduce yourself. I'm sitting over there high as fuck. What are we introducing ourselves
Yo, I was
for
trying
every
to get out of
time? I'm so
introducing
tired of
myself,
it.
and I tried to throw it off to Johnny, and Johnny just threw it back at me, bro.
We
Just
only
stand him
do
down.
this under
Okay,
the
I'm
influence.
comedian Fadi Nassar, one of the hosts out here, man. Follow me on Instagram, comedian Fadi. You know what it is.
Did you notice how it said comedian Fadi Nassar like it's a title? Like
It
doctor,
is
doctor,
a title,
comedian,
bro.
dentist,
It
and
is a title.
astronaut.
It's the title that I have, and I'm
Fadi
claiming
Nassar.
that shit.
Yo, Fadi. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Fucking beautiful.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's the Johnny Rogers over here. You know what it is.
Why do you say it like it's an AIDS? Like
Because it is
fucking-
the Johnny
Johnny
Rogers,
Rogers.
man.
I
Yo,
have to
the
separate
you get-
myself.
You gotta put a
Johnny
little excitement, a
fucking
little
Rogers.
flair in it.
Otherwise, if you search my name, all that comes up is Kenny Rogers. So you got to put the V in front of it.
Kenny
it makes it a
Rogers.
little more searchable.
And did you mean the Jolly Roger?
I'm sorry. Shall we
That's
introduce the
definitely
wizard?
what did you mean?
Shall we introduce the wizard, the
Hat.
man and the legend, the man who apparently like he should get that like I'm your point attacker like that. Like that should be a fucking shirt.
That's
That
a
shit should be clipped into
I
a
am
fucking
your-
voice note, bro.
You know,
No,
you know,
no,
you know.
no,
this
no.
girl-
I'm
Toss
not
that
an
out
Ari
whenever
Shaffir
somebody starts
defender.
winning, you just
I'm-
drop that. It's like, oh.
we should have cut that before the show and be like, you know, like that's. Do you know my girl watched that? She was like, "You and your producer don't have
So,
a healthy
yo,
relationship."
You guys heard what happened, though,
I think
right?
it's very conducive of creativity. I think you guys should probably talk this through. There is a lot of violent energy being dispersed all over the place.
Male creative energy is fucking destructive. It's not fucking cushy and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
No, but
yeah.
people think this is racial. Thank God
Get
you're
the
not on camera, Pitt. Like, thank God Pat is not on camera. This would have went a different way. It's like,
He's our masked man.
know?
Nobody will know.
Yo, big man.
shall we, like,
You guys
listen.
know what happened or not?
Look,
Are we going
look,
to talk about
first of
this?
all-
Or is it
first
going to
of
go under
all-
the carpet, bro?
For those of you guys who watched the last show, Pat and I got into an argument that may be perceived as
They
racial.
got into an
To some-
argument.
You can go to that camera.
You
as
know what
well
I
if you
mean?
want.
Like, it is like, look, here is what happened.
I was making a racial point. I'm not going
Yes.
to deny it.
I was making
And you made a very strong point, but
It was me.
I saw something this week that disproved that theory. Because I saw Ari Shaffir shit getting canceled, bro.
Yes. Did we like my point?
So,
like, let's just
get
remind
back
the
to
people.
this now. Now that we
Let's
have more
let-
facts on the matter.
Let's remind the people what my point was. My point was, look, Ari Shaffir is not Chris Brown. Nobody is gonna take $15,000 out of their bottom line to hire extra security for Ari Shaffir terrible fucking mistakes.
True that.
Patty was like, look, crazy white people are everywhere. They will buy tickets. No.
Facts.
The man who makes the decisions called the shots. Fadi was there as a witness. So was Johnny.
Good recovery.
Pat agreed to $100 bet. I think my first. He said that if Ari Shaffir does not have a commercial in a month,
You mean a
he'll
special?
want a special in a month. Yes.
By the end of March.
By the end of March. My
So we
first.
still have time.
Oh,
my first
shit.
shit was-
That actually changes that. Yeah, we still have time, Robbie.
fucked
Because I
up.
can cut to the chase. I'm not fucking surrendering this.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yo, say, Pat's
The
been
Skirball
Googling shit
Center
all
and
week.
radioactive media don't cancel shit.
Give
We got
me-
2 down, 10 million fucking Ponzi-ass production companies to go. He can't work in New York and sell a special in New York. Fair enough. Fair enough.
He can sell
Listen.
it in Tel Aviv.
Listen.
He's gonna sell one wherever Saint Rogies gives him blessing to sell it.
Rogies, I don't know. Look, but he's not. But that's always gonna weigh on him because you have to understand when you get to that level as a comedian, right?
Yeah.
Where you made your own name, you don't need to really piggyback on anybody. Like now he has to go back on like fucking latching onto what Rogan's coattails.
I don't think he ever
that's
wasn't.
you as an artist.
I don't think he ever wasn't.
I don't know though, but he had made his own name. He was getting a fucking special. right? So like now as an artist, you know what that does to you? Like it's like moving back into your mom's house after you turn
guess.
30. Ugh.
What was the article? I sent you the article that's talking about Ari Shaffir special getting canceled, but I could not find a actual like
But that's what I mean. So,
an actual newspaper like publishing.
so genuinely, all you have are like rumors that the
They're like
venue
blog
is
sites.
not willing to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Buy the tickets right now. Prove me wrong. You got internet?
Yeah, no,
Buy
dude.
the tickets right now. Buy the tickets to the show.
The tickets
Show
did
me.
get refunded.
Two things can be true at the same time.
No, they cannot, Pat. Look, you owe me $100 and I need my money today, bro. I need my money today. You don't make me listen. Don't make me wild out laughing here,
He
bro.
did say by end of March though. So
Fatty.
that actually does change
End
the
of
bet.
March.
CEO of
Also,
Fat.
If we're
also
talking
you
about
never
a bet
shook.
here,
You never shook
the
on
bet
it. You've
was
obviously
really-
never been to
Oh,
fucking
you
bet
didn't even
with anybody
shake
in your
on it,
life.
bro.
Wow. Listen,
You don't know how this is
Yo,
done.
Tony-
man didn't even shake on the bet.
bro, Tony Montana said,
Yo.
all you got is your word and your balls and you don't break them for nobody. So,
Okay.
Pat, you
Okay.
gonna break your words
Well,
or your
Al,
balls?
Al
Playboy?
Pacino is now playing Baby Yoda. So
Consider me Sosa. I'm gonna put a fucking bomb in your kid's
Al Pacino,
car.
Al Pacino plays Baby Yoda? Wait, no, hold on.
Oh Jesus.
You can't just slide by. Al Pacino plays Baby Yoda? Is that, like, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know. Like, did you...
yeah.
No, fuck you, Johnny Rogers. You a piece of shit. That is Caucasian misinformation. It's a real thing. Fake news. Yo. But you know what I'm
You
excited?
love magic, don't you?
I do. I really do. Listen. No, but you know what I'm excited though? We're speaking about Al Pacino. Have you guys seen the commercials for this new show? I think it's on Amazon where they're Nazi hunters or something like that. You guys see that?
That
show?
racist fucking nonsensical
There's like 20 of
horseshit.
those shows.
No, is it like when is it coming out? Like, do you guys know?
It's already out. I'm pretty sure
It's
you can
already
watch
out?
it on Amazon Prime now.
I'm excited to watch it. I'm
It's
not gonna
directed
lie.
by Jordan Peele. Ugh.
Oh,
Not the Jordan Peele part, the entire thing.
this is what Pat won't go on camera.
The entire
This is what he
thing.
said
thought
shit.
he was
Not
like, not
just the
Jordan
Jordan
Peele,
Peele
just
part.
the part that
The
he-
whole situation is just shit.
But why after Jordan Peele though? You are a racist.
Yo, I don't like that guy's comedy. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like Jordan Peele's comedy either.
Did you not
I think the show they had, those two, the
I like
sketch
Key
show,
and Peele.
that shit, I don't like that show.
I like the,
I think the sketches were
Key
just
and Peele
whack,
is
yo.
a mix of Chappelle.
NCAA.
It's they're
Names.
trying to do it like Chappelle, but yo,
Yeah.
Chappelle shit was on another.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chappelle
scale.
called
That's
them
not-
out on that.
He did, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
bro. This is the real thing I'm talking
I had to
about.
watch Key and Peele do my show.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
said-
yeah.
But you know what? If we're gonna talk about Jordan Peele, like okay, did you guys like Get Out?
Yeah.
Yo, I
you
didn't even
like it?
watch
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
Out.
You didn't
bro.
watch Get Out?
No.
Bro, that's why you fucking all these white bitches with like so selflessly. I've been telling you.
How did
Stop
we
going
get-
to their parents'
how
house.
did we get here,
Ignore
man?
the comment.
Hold on.
Invite.
No,
Nobody's
bro.
fucking any white
You
bitches,
haven't
first
seen
of all.
Get Out?
Not me, at least.
Bro, shit.
Just so we get that
Look,
cleared up.
plausible
But how did we get to these
That
white
was-
bitches in the first
that was-
place?
no,
we were
'cause-
talking about
see-
Jordan fucking Peele.
No, if you haven't seen Get Out, then you would understand. So let me give you the premise of it, okay?
All right, give
That's
me.
So
true.
this black
Yeah,
guy.
that deep
Yeah.
fucking
Right?
premise.
Yeah.
This no. Like this, people have seen the show. You know, if you haven't seen the movie, go fuck yourself. Like I'm not gonna
fuck
go
Fuck
like
you
yeah,
too,
no,
man.
okay,
What if
no.
you haven't seen
No,
the movie?
no. But like, it's an old movie. If you haven't seen it, it's a choice.
an
I'm sure
on-site
Pat hasn't
thing.
seen it for more apparent reasons.
No, I've seen it.
Then, but like, okay, so
I've
here-
seen all the other previous iterations of that hackneyed concept as well.
No, wow. You know
That's
what?
like
No,
I
this was brilliant
studying
though.
it.
So you know what? Fadi has a-
Invasion of the body snatchers with blacks.
No. Here's what happened. Okay, so this white girl, right? Her parents are like these fucking mad geniuses who believe on that like whole like extra black people have that extra twitch muscle fucking theory, right? Like, oh, niggas are just good athletes because like.
Fast
You know-
twitch muscle fibers.
You know, we
Jimmy
all
the
know-
Greek shit.
You know the fast twitch muscle, like, listen, look. That
know.
Greek shit is not scientifically tested. Niggas do have that extra twitch muscle. That's why your women love us. God damn it, I
What
said
the
it.
fuck are you talking about?
Oh, okay. So,
He's
no, but
high.
see,
He knows
What's
this doesn't
happening
make
here,
sense.
bro?
no, but it's like these mad scientists decide, like, they have a way where they hypnotize you. Like, I can't, like,
I
can't
love this
explain it.
explanation you're not
No, but
even
like, you know,
getting.
is it not making sense though? This bitch has like a teacup, like she fucking sings it, boom, you go into the dark space or whatever it is, and now they can just like replace your soul with a white person's soul, and they're like, oh shit, I'm a 22-year-old black guy named
It's
Devon.
slavery without the kidnapping.
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant
Do
fucking
you
concept.
get the credit score along with the soul, or is it just the soul?
No, listen, you have
If
to
you
watch
get
the
the
movie.
credit
I
score,
don't
yo,
know.
where do I sign up for this thing, bro?
No, just watch Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It did it first about 60 years prior to it. It's in black and white.
No, but like, regardless, but like,
It's
what?
the exact same thing.
Yeah, honestly, I
Yeah, I'm
would
gonna
have
start
never
doing
seen that
that.
movie because, like, why would I even run into a thing like that?
No,
Why
bro.
would you run into a
I'm
movie
gonna
that's 60
remake
years old,
Citizen
Pat?
Kane.
But what are you watching?
I don't
on
even
Netflix?
watch movies that come out today. I don't watch Netflix, bro. Like,
You know,
honestly,
you know
I
Netflix
just,
and shit. This guy
bro, I
only
do.
fucks in the back of his
Bro,
car.
no, man. I
That's
have a
really what
room.
it is, this
I have
guy-
a room, but yo, I have an Android box. So I have channels that play beer shit. So I just flip through and like whatever I see something, I just watch it.
But none of them play Get Out. You have basic cable.
No, that
Stop
I have, bro.
watching
No,
Conjugal.
true say, I have movie channels. But yo, I don't really like watch movies channels. I just put on a show.
Because it
Like I'll
says.
put on, bro. I'll fuck a thing to a Seinfeld, bro. Like I'm not even playing
No,
with
no,
you
no,
right
no.
now.
Let me tell you something,
I have
bro.
fucked bitches to Seinfeld.
No. Listen, first
like
of all,
George, Elaine, Kramer, the whole team was there.
Fatty, listen. As your
Girls
brother,
love Seinfeld.
Yeah. Ladies
It's
love
like, you know what I'm
Seinfeld.
saying? This guy knows.
No, let me tell you something. Like, you know
They
what?
call him
Listen,
LLS.
as your brother, let me tell you guys something. It matters very much what you put on your Netflix and chill. Anything with Tobey Maguire is a classic penny pillar. I've noticed this. Like fucking
Spider-Man
2, right?
Called
Like
it.
fucking
The
you
dance?
know, yeah.
Just going down the street.
Bro,
What's-
for me,
what's-
man, when it comes to movies, man, I'm about gangster movies, man.
But you know what the best? You know what the best?
Yeah,
Gangster
The
movies,
Departed?
I've watched every
No,
single
you don't-
gangster
you don't
movie.
fuck a
Seen
bitch
it.
with
The
a gangster
Irishman
movie?
was trash.
Oh, dude,
Just putting that out,
Swordfish?
just putting that out there, bro.
I'm with Fadi. Gangster movies are my favorite fucking
Yeah,
movies.
bro.
You
Yo,
want-
Goodfellas is one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's the
Yeah.
best.
But do you fuck-
Like, yo,
it's a
the
great
scene was
gangster
fucking
movie.
when they're in the fucking restaurant, like, and what's his
You keep
name?
him here. You keep him here.
What was that movie with
Yo, you keep
Denzel Washington?
fucking get your shoebox, you motherfucker.
Fatty, watch Good Time.
Good Time? I think I've seen Good Time.
With the fruit from Twilight running around trying to save his retarded brother.
What?
No, I don't
Explains
follow
movies
that.
from now
I
on.
don't think I've seen
Yeah,
that.
that's the
so
movie
much
guy.
quicker.
I just like, yo,
It's a great modern
Okay. I
don't
fucking
think I've seen
gangster
it.
movie.
got you.
Just the way he
Got
did it.
you,
though.
man.
Wait. Do you say the fruit from what?
Twilight.
I like, yo, I
What's
really
his
like,
name
yo, I
again?
really
Like
like
fucking,
American Gangster too.
Robert-
That's one of my movies.
Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson?
Yeah.
No, but like, let me tell you,
He's
that guy,
great on it.
He's
He's
a great
Batman now.
actor.
You wanna-
Fuck you, Pat.
He
Like,
put-
that's not.
No.
said he's great.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm telling you. The worst
doesn't
thing
make
he
him a
ever
fruit?
did was do
Call
that
him a
because he was a
fruit.
legit
Yeah.
actor. He was a legit actor. Some of my most favorite movies. Have you guys seen The Rover?
No.
It's an Australian movie where
Why
he
is the man
played
a fruit?
because he had Twilight. It's for girls.
Because
I'm not following
Twilight.
any of this right now. Why is the man
Pat
a
is
fruit?
not on camera. Pat is not getting canceled. For all they know, is some evil spirit named Pat.
Yo,
That
it's
is
the
somehow out
Illuminati
there.
on the
Like,
other
this
side of this
guy-
fucking
We're
window right
not
now.
getting
You know what I mean?
canceled.
Fucking
These
guy
three guys
who's, like,
sit
working-
there and they talk to a spirit named Pat that says terrible things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a great.
But they're
that
extremely
is a
factual.
better. That is a
They're
better
extremely
idea.
accurate.
That is a better idea for a show though than Get Out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some spirit named Pat, he tells you, like, you can use that as an excuse to, like, fucking rob a
Yes.
7-Eleven.
Racial
You're not gonna
discussion is
kill
still
someone.
involved.
Yeah.
Yo,
like,
man.
misogyny is its language.
It only rips off
know?
Casper, and I mean everybody loves Casper,
It
the
hates
racist ghost.
niggers, dogs, and Jews, and
Denies
you know
the
what I'm saying?
Holocaust.
It's a Holocaust denying spirit.
I
Cat-
do not look down on niggers, kites,
Jesus
wops, or greasers. Here you
This is
are,
it.
all equally worthless.
You know?
You know what? No, guys, you gotta stop.
How did you
We
have
gotta
that
stop.
so
We gotta
ready?
stop. We gotta stop. We gotta apologize. There is a ghost in the studio.
Yeah.
Casper, the racist ghost.
Casper the racist go.
He just comes in and jacks the soundboards.
This
guy's a
We don't-
wildin', bro.
We don't know how
It's a
that's on the
racist fucking
computer.
ghost.
Just talk
Still.
to it.
Brutal.
It can't be seen on
He's
camera,
gone.
but it's
He's
everywhere.
gone. Our
Hey,
next
man.
guest will be a priest.
You know?
Yo, listen, I want to talk about that waist suit from the fucking plane.
Is that your wasteman of the week? Or are you
Which
doing
was-
this now?
Yeah, this fucking dude, the waistman of the week, just out of the blue. Yo, remember that fucking guy that did the whole thing on the plane with the coronavirus?
Yeah, he just stood up and was like, I have coronavirus.
That guy's a fucking waste man, bro. Because I was on that plane, I would have punched him, bro. I'd be
Imagine
like,
he
yo,
was like,
fucking
imagine he
stupid,
got up and
fam.
he was like, I have corona. And everyone's like, yeah. He's like, virus.
This is
Kill that man.
Yeah, you guys have to understand. There is a bigger problem here than the coronavirus.
No,
okay?
but bro, like that
No.
guy is a fuck song. He's like some fucking rapper
that's-
waste
and that's
dude.
what I'm gonna tell
And
you
his
about.
music's trash because I've actually
Bro.
took the time to go and look his shit up. He's trash, bro. He's fucking
This
trash.
video, posted on a Toronto
here
social
it is.
media site, shows James Potok being escorted off a plane while being jeered by passengers.
Oh, they got you on camera too.
You're a clown, man. It's the athlete.
People
No,
are
no,
talking
guys.
like
He's a fucking
emojis.
clown, yo.
No.
This week,
You're a
the
clown,
waste man of the
man.
week is a clown of the week.
Hold on.
Yeah,
But let me tell you, like, I don't think you guys are not seeing the deeper problem here. It goes to show you how far motherfuckers are willing to go for pussy nowadays.
Dog, he didn't even
you're
get
willing
pussy
to
off that.
No, of course. Listen. Look,
He didn't get
there is
pussy
people,
off that.
No, hold on. There's people fucking serial killers. Okay, this guy went viral. You know, some bitch is gonna recognize him outside fucking. You know, these are the same bitches that are
You're the
fucking
guy that
throwing
said he had
chairs.
coronavirus.
Oh my God, you're the guy from the plane. Let me suck your dick in my Toyota Yaris. Like, look, it's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen. But this is how far these niggas are willing to go for pussy now. They're turning planes around.
Yeah.
We need population control. I've been saying this for a long time. Not all of us are meant to make it,
Somebody's
bro.
gotta go, bro.
It's true. Some of us got to go. This is the same.
Some
nigga-
of us don't have an overbreeding problem.
Bro, no. Look. Coronavirus is welcome. Like that guy, that's the guy that gets the coronavirus. That's the dude.
Fucking ghost.
Bro,
keeps
this is
coming
the
in here.
same. This is the same nigga that you know when you're turning left on a light and you have that priority left. You know that guy that sits too long in the intersection. That's that
fucks
guy.
up
Like
your fucking
this,
turn.
bro. This
Fuck
is the
that
same nigga turning a plane around.
that guy.
Coronavirus needs to get him.
Yeah, man.
These are the people that got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Not all of us are meant to make it. For real. Like, you're turning a plane around, bro, to go viral?
Yeah, yo,
to make it
fuck
a
that
6
guy,
buzz
man.
for 2
That's
weeks?
so fucking books. Yeah, I've traveled, bro. Like, yo, if I'm on a plane and a man stood up and says coronavirus, yo, I'm gonna pop off on that plane.
Bro, you got a
Like,
criminal record now. You can't get on the plane no more. You can't get on the
Yeah,
plane
that
no more.
can't-
You got
no,
a
you
record
can.
now,
you,
bro.
You can get on a
If he
plane
did that
with
shit
record,
on a
man.
Greyhound bus, they
Yeah,
would
no,
have
you
just
can't go to the
beheaded him.
States.
Bro,
You
that
can't go to
guy's
the States.
out. The guy that did that is out.
Oh yeah,
He got out like years ago, man.
God.
He's been out. Like,
Oh, my
that
God.
guy's got a good couple of
Imagine
good
that
years
guy.
on the road, bro.
Imagine that guy telling you he had coronavirus.
Yeah, oh, fuck.
You're like, I believe it.
Bro,
Yo,
do you
you know what
understand,
I
like-
think? So just side note, you know what I think when I hear of these wild stories, bro? I feel like it's like one of those movie situations where that guy was about to like change the world, but he did it because somebody caught up to him, you know?
Oh,
Like, that's,
yeah.
it's just like, you're like, this guy's crazy. He's over there like, yeah, you need to do this. You're
He
gonna
was
die
trying
in
to
3
stop
days.
the Final Destination
He's,
magic
yeah,
show.
he's the
You know what?
guy. He's like,
you know what,
I have
though?
to do this,
You
and
know
he
what, though?
fails, and now you fucking have coronavirus.
Fatty,
What
you know
was
what
that?
though? Hey, can I just get this in? I doubt anyone that's riding on a Greyhound bus is changing the world. I'm just gonna
You
say
never
that.
know, man. Because if you look at all those fucking movies, yo, these mans are riding on the bus sometime, you know?
Movies.
Like, yeah, but yo, movies is a reflection of
I did
reality,
watch.
man.
I did watch The Pursuit of Happiness the other
Yo, I love that movie. I love Yo, Will Smith's one of my favorite actors of all time. Just put that
I
out
don't know.
there.
That's a little too far.
Nah, man, put that
I don't
out
think
there.
you're watching enough
The
movies.
Pursuit of Happiness, bro.
Listen, his nice.
Yo,
Holy
Pursuit
shit.
Pursuit
Your
of
favorite?
Happiness
Like in the
is
world.
one of my fucking favorite movies
Did
ever,
you
bro.
watch
Did
7
you see
pounds?
the new Aladdin?
Yes, I did.
Did you see
Have you
it?
seen anything he's done in the last 20 years?
Yeah, yeah,
Hold on. You know what, Pat? Listen. Look,
Yo,
Pat,
I
you're,
like
you're
all- I
damaged.
like- yo,
You're
I
The
like
damaged.
only
all-
time he ever actually acted, in my
Yo,
opinion, is
I've
when
been
he was
fucking with
playing.
Will Smith since fucking Fresh Prince, bro.
Yeah, the
Like,
good
you know,
old
I
days.
know about Will.
This guy loved
know?
Wild Wild West. It's his favorite.
Yo, Wild
Yeah.
Wild West was buck. I love
Are
it.
you
No,
kidding?
I
The
Am
music
Legend
video
too.
was
I
better
love
than the
Yo, I
movie.
Am Legend. When his fucking dog dies, I was like, oh,
Yeah, I Am
I was like,
Legend.
yo, the dog. What? the
Omega Man was
fuck?
better.
I was so upset about that, bro. I teared up a little bit. I'm like, I lie.
You know what though? Let me tell you something. No. Look. I'm the kind of motherfucker like that shit hits me too. Like when you watch a movie where somebody has like a dog or some sort of life companion, and then that thing kind of like one of the most heart-wrenching scenes in movie history for me is when Wilson floats away in Castaway. I break down every time. I die, bro. Like I've seen that movie like Castaway. I've seen that movie like 92 times. Every time Wilson floats, bro, I punch my dog. Like it just.
Yeah, I've never
it's
been
bad,
I've never
bro.
been like too buff on movies, man. I watch movies, but like, yo,
Oh, you must.
I'm
you
not
must.
too buff. Like, yo, that's just the way my life is, bro. That's the life I chose, bro.
No,
like,
like, as a comedian,
sometimes I go home, I
stage,
put on a TV, and I'm out. I'm snoring, dog. I don't watch the show.
I haven't cried since June 2009.
Fucking hey, this guy keeps a diary.
Bro, I don't
It's
remember.
like
Yo,
Dear
I
Diary.
don't
Michael
even
Jackson
remember
died.
the last time I legitimately cried. But I remember one time was like Christmas, and I had like a family situation when me and my dad had a big argument. I knew I cried from the heart that day. I was like, fuck, bro. And then my brother's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. This doesn't happen to me.
That's called depression.
That's menopause, nigga. That's what it's called. It's called menopause.
That shit came.
It's called menopause, bro. There's pills for
Is that what depression
There
is?
is
you
pills
tried
for
Fadi?
that. Listen,
Because that was years ago.
No,
I don't
Fadi,
know
Everybody
shit, man.
doesn't
Fadi.
cry for no reason.
listen. I've seen the commercials. There are pills that you can take for this,
There are.
but you may
They
get
may
diarrhea
result
and your
in
eyeballs may
depression.
bleed. Your eyeballs may bleed,
Yeah.
but you ain't gonna cry no more. You know? Fucking A. Yo.
Did you guys see at the this video came out at the University of Virginia?
Yeah.
This student or like I guess university representative came into this common space in the university. Someone recorded her and she just started yelling. She was like, "I have a PSA."
Oh.
Here it is. Here it is.
Announcement.
Just listen to
Excuse
this.
me. If y'all didn't know, this is the MSC, and frankly, there's just too many white people in here, and this is a space for people of color. So just be really cognizant of the space that you're taking up, because it does make
Where
some
did
of
this
us
happen?
POCs
University of Virginia.
uncomfortable
You haven't
when
seen
see
this?
Too many white people in here, and this is a space
It's
for
a
people
black
of
girl
color.
doing this.
So
Yo,
just be
why
really
is she so
cognizant of
extra
the
right
space
now?
that
What
you're
is
taking
happening
up,
there?
because it
This is
does
a
make some of
university
us
representative.
POCs uncomfortable when we see too many white people in here. It's only been open for 4 days, and frankly, there's the whole university for a lot of y'all to be at, and there's very few spaces for us.
Okay,
So
guys.
keep that in mind.
Before
This is fucking
no,
fucked
hold on.
up.
As a black
this girl's
person,
a waste bitch, bro.
Listen, no, hold on. As
What
a
you
black,
talking about taking up space, bro?
I want to speak. I want to speak on behalf.
I'm thinking I'm a
No,
refugee.
listen.
I'm an immigrant. I'm a refugee.
Hey,
And,
I wanna
you know,
speak-
I'll take
I wanna-
up this space I'm in right now.
Robbie gets first bet.
I want to speak on behalf of the black community right now. We are hoping the coronavirus gets her soon.
Dude, there's nobody in that
This
room.
is embarrassing.
There was nobody in
Like,
that room. That's what was so funny.
We
There's nobody
we
in there.
have
There's probably like,
wanted to
nobody-
trade her. We are willing.
We've been willing to.
We are willing to have talks with anybody willing. Like we will
We are
trade
willing
her.
to trade her for Neil Brennan and.
Yes, we will trade her for Ari Shaffir. We will trade her. We are willing
Shit.
to
Bring him
trade her
back
for
in the
Ari
black
Shaffir. Like
community.
she is an embarrassment to all of us. We
On behalf of the white delegation, I decline your offer. And in fact, I must side with her. Seems like she's a bit of a racial segregationist.
God.
it makes sense.
This guy says on behalf of the white delegation,
No.
I would like to decline, sir.
As a matter of
the
fact,
black delegation.
we find
Take
her
my sense.
sound of judgment. We find her sound of mind, and very much speaking wise wisdom. So much wisdom
Oh
from
my God.
such a plump woman. It is.
I like her
Really
thought
cognizant of the
process.
space that you're taking up, because it does make some of us POCs uncomfortable when we see too many white people.
POCs.
Lot
Like,
of
what the
RSA.
fuck? Bitch, call me a POC one time, I'll punch you in the mouth.
Can I call you a POC?
Yo, that's a
This
show, you
goddamn-
know.
Look at
That's a
these
sick show
pox.
that happens in Toronto, bro. A comedy show. People of color, yeah.
Oh, yeah, amazing
That's
comedians.
a
We're
fucking
just
great
laughing
show.
at her throwing that.
Yeah.
Throwing that
We're-
around. The
we're-
camera cuts though, and there's one black dude sitting off to the side, and he looks over like, "What's happening?" And, and there's nobody else in the fucking room.
He's like, am I in on this or is it just her?
yeah.
Like, do I gonna have to jump in right now on some like
No,
black people shit or
Let me
like?
tell you something, look.
do I get to leave, bro?
You know what the problem is? Look.
I ain't about this beef, man.
No,
There's 12
listen.
of them want to be. There's
Listen.
trucks outside, all right?
No, listen.
There's trucks.
They got balls hanging from the
F-150s, man.
Listen, as a side note, let's acknowledge the responsibility of white folks in her making a comment like this. You know why she's acting like this? Because it's Black History Month, okay? But here's the problem. Black History Month is the shortest month of the year. You all fucked us up. Like, we're trying to stack everything in within 28 days. Give us, like, you know what I'm saying? Give us a week. Like,
It's 27 more
you
than
know
you
what I'm saying?
deserve.
And it's like the coldest. No, look.
There
and
should
it's-
be no Black History
it
Month.
should
It
not-
should be all the time.
No,
It should just be in the history books.
No, it is all the time.
What-
Your
but that's what's-
daughters and sisters
no,
are making.
But dude, that's what's causing such a like this separation. It's like you have a month people are like, why did
No,
I get
but-
a
no,
month?
but like,
Like,
look,
it just
look.
upsets people for no reason
but
whatsoever.
why the shortest end called this month? Like, look, you
I
see
didn't
Carabana.
pick
Carabana cannot happen in February.
On behalf of the white
we wanna
delegation.
Because if
skin
we
out.
did it in the
We
summer,
don't
you'd
control
have a
the weather.
parade like
I can't
Caravana
wait.
and people would get shot.
I can get skin out during Black History Month. Like, I gotta go to Miami.
we want to make
And
sure
hang
there's
out
no
with some
outdoor
sweaty
barbecues
Arabs.
whatsoever.
You know, no, come on,
You
man.
know, maybe why it's cold? Because, like, Africa's always hot, man. You know? It's like,
Exactly, bro. Like, you're gonna give me like Black History Month is the coldest
on the
month.
AC and
Fuck
shit, you
you,
know?
white folks. Like,
They're
that's
even
fucked
cold
up.
for years.
That's just white people then going, maybe you should go somewhere hot.
It's almost like we're creating a contrast.
You know? This is crazy. So like
Oh, this
now,
is great.
no, but like, you know, Black History Month. Now you have these crazy little bitches
I
out
didn't
here
think
like
about that.
wilding out about
Yeah.
like fucking library space. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Instead of studying.
really?
It's
really,
not even
bitch?
Black History Month. It's like, it's a very weird cross section of some American civil rights history, then some during slavery African immigrant history, but it's not Black history. Like,
No,
the
listen,
vast
you're
majority
overreading.
of fucking
Pat,
Black people are not
listen,
discussed
You're
at all.
You're overreading into this. Listen, white guilt is at an all-time high. It's a great time to be black.
You don't
It's
have
a
to tell
great
me.
time to be black nowadays.
You don't have to tell me,
listen,
buddy.
listen, bro.
I
White
got all my
guilt
ducks
is
in a row.
at an all-time high. We're fucking your daughters. We're taking your library space. Like we doing this shit out
They're
here. Like,
fucking the daughters
it's
in the
a great
library
time
space.
to be black. What
Just
a
straight up
time
bitch open in
to
the
be
fucking
alive.
bin.
You know what I'm saying?
Horror
Most
section.
rappers are just dying
Listen,
from drug use now.
200
Yeah,
years
they're
from
all
now-
buck tees, man. All these rappers are doing fucking... Bro, rappers used to be drug dealers. And now
Yeah.
they're fucking
And
buck
now they're
tees, bro.
doing the drugs, yeah.
Man's just like,
Now those
"Man,
drug dealers
Percocet, Molly
lecture
Percocet."
whites.
Like, shut
Yeah,
up
yeah.
with those pills, bro. Go
Oh my
smoke a
god,
joint,
did you
bitch.
hear about that? Those
Oh yeah, the white women.
the
that
white
pay-
women?
That's the oldest shit in the world.
no, hold on,
my
hold
God.
on.
That's literally been
I
going
didn't
on.
even know about that.
That actually happened in like 1400s Europe.
Oh fuck.
No, but see, here's the thing. 200 years from now, being black won't mean shit. It would be like when the Jews says that there were slaves in Egypt. You're like, yeah, okay, whatever. Shut the fuck up, Moshe. You know what I mean? Like you can't bring that up. Like, yeah, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, they
200
kind
years
of
from now-
made the Jews
now-
kind of made up for it by then enslaving
Yes.
most of Africa and then piping
Good,
them into
good.
the Middle East.
May we all
where you
en-
don't seem to find any black people these days.
Listen. May we all enslave, God willing. You know what I'm saying? I still got hope that black people maybe 200 years from now we will enslave the Pakistanis.
That's my
or
favorite
some
like
shit.
Patrice
you know what I'm saying?
joke.
You know what I mean?
Did in Elephant in the Room when he comes out, he's like, I thought I'd have a white slave by now.
Bro, let me tell you something. If the black listen,
That underestimates the amount of time we put into that system. It literally took 1,000 years.
No, it makes look. Listen, if the black man had invented the firearm before the white man, all your motherfuckers would been picking cotton in Ghana.
Whites
Right now,
didn't
like,
invent the
talking
firearm.
about like, oh,
Yeah.
Whites didn't invent the
Oh,
fire.
Yes,
They-
no, no,
it wasn't,
the
it wasn't.
Italians stole it from a bunch of fucking Chinamen.
whatever. Listen,
Chinese?
inventing
Yeah,
stuff.
That's
They
what
look like
invented the
spears.
firearm?
They look like
That
spears
shot out.
with like a gun on the end of it, and then the Italians called it the arma di fuoco.
Yo, the Chinese are not fucking around,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, they had gunpowder and all that
Yeah.
stuff. It's actually
Yeah.
it's
and they
not
got
an-
they got the combat. They got like the fucking all that taekwondo and all that shit. The kung
It's-
fu. You
the
know?
reason that kind of stuff happened is not a
Okay.
technological base. It's honestly because Europe
Of
was.
course it is, bro.
No,
like,
it's
how
a-
do you think the
Robbie,
skin of the
it's
white?
a-
Like, have you seen the slaves that they were taking? These motherfuckers were the size of linebackers.
They didn't
You
take
think
them.
they came in here doing like fucking hand-to-hand combat?
They didn't need
Robbie,
to take them with
Robbie,
their guns.
this-
though.
They tricked them.
Oh,
bro.
This is the
No, dude.
idea
Didn't they
that
trick
they
them?
were
They just
stolen.
tricked
They were
them, like-
purchased
Yeah, they-
from blacks whose
I'm sure a few.
entire
Yeah,
system of
yeah.
trading was based on slavery.
But
Yeah,
how
That was the
okay.
main
that is,
currency
There
in
is a
Africa.
lot of truth to that.
But how?
that
Like, listen.
other
The
The
black
reason,
people did
the
sell.
reason whites
So-
ended
so
up
you
on
think-
top was because of
so you
honesty
think-
of winter.
You
That's
th-
it.
No, I've went through my theory about that on the podcast, everything. But like, listen. So you telling me that the cross-Atlantic slave trade was a peaceful barter between buyers and sellers. The only difference was the level of morals that these people had.
No,
You
no,
tell me,
no,
like, no force was used.
No.
There was no force that was used to be able to just put some people on the boat,
No.
take them away from everything that they
No,
know.
That's
man.
a,
It
that-
was
that's a
just
deliberate.
barter.
Imagine
That's a
like-
deliberate straw
Listen.
manning of what I said. So here's what actual Africa was like: was tribes that were in a perpetual state of war, and they would actually. This was not like even a aggressive or even like a vile kind of thing. It was very systematic. almost to the same 2 or 3 weeks a year, the tribes would end up fighting each other. And beforehand, they would send like specific numbers of shields and shields and spears, so that the other side would have exactly as much weaponry as the other side. Then they would fight. So at the end, the winning side killed all the males, take all the females as slaves, and then that was their profit.
Where did you learn this history of Africa in your women's studies class?
Hold on,
what the fuck are you telling me
Robbie,
right now?
do you know how closely African studies and women's studies are actually linked in university? I actually know actual history, not like revisional liberal history that sort of like pats black people on the head and says like, no, you're just victims. Okay. You were not equal participants. So let
me address a couple points that you made there, like that I just kind of want to unpack. Okay, so. To a certain extent, I agree with your theory because, for example,
not a theory.
Okay, all right.
It's not.
It's a fact.
It's not disputed by the most fucking liberal historians. Okay. It's not disputed.
We can the political beliefs of the historians should not matter, and
it deeply does.
So let me give you an example.
That's the idea of like you're not biased. Like I'm biased, you're biased.
Let me give you an example of something that I know from a first-hand knowledge. For example, right, I'm from a small country named Rwanda, right? So Rwanda itself is one of the very few countries in Africa that categorically refuse to participate in slavery, right? So.
And in the modern white thing, again, like, you're already sort of, you mean the country in the nation's history of Rwanda.
Right. So
the actual nation of Rwanda, not the geographical area.
Listen, I agree with the fact that, like, most of the slave trade, was done by, the king being like, hey, here is my prisoners.
It's
right?
Like,
take
same thing in Europe. It was literally just the biggest, toughest warlord.
Right.
Like, the idea that there were not slaves in Europe, I'm sorry, but there were. There was a shitload of white slaves. They just...
That what? That were picking cotton in Alabama? Like, what are we talking about here?
Are you kidding me?
Robbie,
again, this is it's sort of a undermining thing to your point of like, are you not aware of how many white slaves there were in the United States? Like,
no, look, the point...
It's well documented that actually, like, the price of whites was significantally lower than blacks because they were horrible workers who died in the sun.
They had softer hands. It's that melanin is necessary.
But that's literally it. That's why blacks became more.
They just died out there, man. Just shoveled them into a hole and bought another guy.
Exactly.
For like $2 slaves.
What the fuck?
You know what though? Like I always talk about how like my ancestors were those niggas that were too skinny to make it on the boat. You know what I mean? Like I could always picture like. Because like you see how you see like these African Americans, right? Like you see these linebackers in the NFL, like they're 6 foot 7.
That's all a result of slavery.
Well, that's the Willie Lynch papers. That's directly a result of that.
Exactly. Look at the NBA. Like
but they literally used
MMA. It's fucking NBA.
No, but like see, you can't
comes
find.
from Germany. It was about horse breeding. That is 100% again verified. That's what they used in slavery.
But every sport has its black guy is dominating. Like fucking Usain Bolt.
No, but like
John Jones. You can NFL, NBA. You can name fucking hundreds of players.
No, but like you can't find those size guys where I come from. Like back home, like most guys are like, I'm jacked back home.
You know?
Because the culture there never elicited this idea of like breed these people to produce this.
It's genetics. If you take the two big, like the biggest,
I'm talking about genetics when I say breeding.
Yeah, that's what they were doing.
That's what the Willie Lynch papers are. It was
strongest people and make them fuck.
The Willie Lynch papers was about how to break and breed horses, and they use that white people to like create a system of like this is how you enslave these groups of people.
No,
this is how you then breed them to make the most productive.
I believe it. My great granddad never made it on the boat. He was that nigga that was
that's
like,
why
he was like, yo, listen, like, you told me you would bring me next time. They're like, no, come back in 50
But even the aesthetic diversity throughout Africa, you can see is so varied. Like African people don't look like African people.
What
They look
What the fuck
so
does that mean,
different.
Pat? God damn it! Like it's just like what the fuck? Like
talking about like the
people
stereotypical
do not
image
like
that they put
African
out.
people.
He's using quotations to say like the
I know.
stereotypical image that
But
people put
nobody
out.
sees the quotation.
I know, that's why we're calling
Here's
it
our
out.
racist
There was-
ghost.
Bro, I don't know.
Nobody
Bro,
sees-
honestly, man,
he air quoted.
I gotta tell you, man.
You know what I mean?
I like this episode. It's been very educational.
I'm not ending it.
Fuck.
You know what I'm saying, dog?
I guess we might as
can
well talk about some Russian
speaking,
shit.
speaking of slavery, you guys know Trump fucking got acquitted. Like,
Oh,
what
yeah,
the
we didn't even
fuck
Bravo.
is that, you know what I'm saying?
Bravo.
What just happened there? That was the best segue you've ever seen in your life, son.
I don't know. Like, I mean, it was expected. It was not so like
Yeah,
like,
no,
I would have
I
been
mean-
It's
surprised.
political theater.
Oh,
Yeah. It's just
man.
drama
It's a
because the
fucking
big
shit
debate's coming
show,
up.
man.
It's SummerSlam before WrestleMania.
Yo,
You
it's
know what
fucking,
it is? It's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
it's Royal Rumble right now, bro.
It's a Royal Rumble season
bro.
right
What do you-
now.
what
We're
do you-
about to pull up on Mania.
What do you guys?
Exactly.
What do you guys think about Nancy Pelosi ripping that speech?
I think.
Yeah,
Yo,
it's
that
like-
was full. She's a fucking
Petty
G man.
ass.
Because yo, the man didn't
She
shake
had
her
to
hand.
pre-rip it her
Lied
fucking
about it.
brittle
Because her
hands.
Yo,
frail hands.
This
couldn't
fucking guy didn't shake her hand. Fucking lied about it. Okay.
Did you guys know? But you know what? I saw that
fuck him,
video.
man.
Why
Listen.
would he shake your hands? If you try and arrest members of
Yeah,
my
yeah.
family, you're lucky I don't
Yeah,
fucking
Yo,
see
Yo,
what
by
you're
the
doing.
way, me, I'm not shaking your
I
hand.
saw a video today of Trump singing Dance Monkey by Billie Eilish. It was fucking amazing. But it's on my story.
It is actually pretty funny.
Go
It's
check me
an
out.
edited video.
Is it a deep fake or is it a real one?
No,
It's the
like,
one that's like fucking diced together from
Oh,
a bunch
yeah,
of
yeah,
speeches.
right.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what?
That was pretty fucking. I don't know. I laugh. I laugh.
You know what? Though?
I
You
laugh.
made
Like
a
the
good
rest of
point.
Trump
Like,
shit.
if you're trying to fuck with my family, go fuck. Like,
Yeah.
but you know what though? Like, I've watched that video several times. I don't think he willingly did not shake her hand.
He did
No,
not,
no,
man.
He turned around, like,
no,
you know,
man, he
headed
didn't
in a
shake. What are you
speech.
talking about?
No,
he didn't
no,
shake
no.
her hand,
He
bro.
didn't shake Pence's hand either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He didn't shake anybody's fucking hand.
Yeah, listen, if
I
he had,
wouldn't
Well,
put it
did
past
you
him to do
listen
some
to that
cunty like
fucking
that.
intro?
I think this time
You know
he
what?
happened to not do it.
Did you listen to the intro? There's this thing like they're trying to. This is honestly like Trump. Everyone keeps saying like Trump is destroying America, and I keep hearing this, and it's so true. Trump is just the coroner. He's just showing up and saying, no, democracy's dead. Like it's fucking.
Civility is
politics
dead.
is
No,
dead.
no.
Like
And
you
Nancy
guys let
Pelosi
me
keeps going
get
like,
in.
he killed it.
Yeah, he killed
the
it.
bitch
He
is
goes,
holding the
no,
knife.
It's been
No.
dead the whole time.
you know what it is? Let me like the way I look at. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
finish this. So, God damn it.
Yo, honestly,
Fuck.
the train's been dead, yo, but this is not a better option. What's happening right now is not a better option. Like, you know, there's got to be a better way than this.
Yeah,
man.
of course, but you needed this.
No, you see,
in order
here-
to step.
here's
No,
what-
it always ends up like this.
No,
This
no,
is
it
what
always
democracy is. This
Here's-
is what a
Yeah,
liberal
you just
democracy
need a guy to
gets
get
you.
to fucking just plow through some shit and get shat on for a few years.
No, two good points here. Because, see, here's the thing, right? The problem is that, like, people do not understand, like, the traditional way of being a politician is over. You know what I'm saying? We got Twitter
Thankfully.
now, right?
I
No, like
remember what it
before,
was.
right? Like back in the days. Right? I don't know if you guys remember a man by the name of John Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, John Edwards was running for the Democratic nomination. No, hold on. Let me learn this. He was running for the Democratic nomination against Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. Bro, this dude is like, yo, I look like a fucking Kennedy and I'm running against a nigga and a bitch. This is done. I got this.
Yeah. That's what Joe Biden
This
thought
is
too.
in the bag. He's like,
Joe Biden's like,
I'm the next president of the
We're
United
going to go to
States.
Washington,
Right?
Pennsylvania, DC.
And then, so,
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I heard that guy on the Chappelle show.
hold on.
That's when I first heard him.
No, hold on. But see, here's the thing. Here's what happened to John Edwards. It came out in the fucking media.
And he was fucking that girl.
He was fucking his maid while his wife was
cancer.
dying from cancer. What a dog!
shit.
What a dog! So, but see, here's the point
God.
that I'm trying to make, though. John Edward, who had been a senator for 10 years, had a fucking clean record up until then.
He was a part of the
You know what I'm
academy.
saying? Right. He was next in line. He fucking evaporated off the face of the fucking earth.
Yo.
Every single day, Donald Trump is grabbing bitches by the pussy.
Yeah, he's doing
He's
it.
banging
I don't know if
ass.
he's grabbing the bitch
Because
by the pussy
it's dead.
daily.
You know what I mean?
And I
Like,
just remember.
You know, I don't
Bro,
think he's grabbing the pussy a day.
every
That's a
day.
fucking 365 pussies that he
I
grabs in
don't-
1
I
year.
don't
That's a lot of
understand-
I don't
pussies.
think it's
Understand
grabbing-
how
That is-
bad a brain can work to think when you see They will make shit up to get him, but there's real shit he's doing they can't get him on.
Dude, you
that is such a fucking
the
retarded
zookeeper
perspective.
is gone. Twitter is the fall of humanity.
They want to put him in jail.
Listen, bro, listen.
Why would he be able
Listen to
to
me.
grab a woman's vagina and
Of
have it not be
course,
an
listen.
international story?
Bro,
Everybody's gonna say something, bro. Everybody
This
that
guy
That is
writes a
dog
book.
brain
Every
level
single
thinking,
person has
bro.
been fired or quit from the White House wrote a book.
yeah.
Literally, there's like probably like 2 men that didn't, but everybody else wrote a book. Okay?
That is watching too much fucking CNN horseshit.
bro, it's not CNN horseshit. Think about it this way, bro.
Donald
Listen.
Trump's not that kind of guy. Donald Trump's the kind of guy who was so famous, women would let him grab them by the pussy.
Yeah.
He has women
Of
who are
course.
so low
Listen.
and gross,
I'm
they
not-
will
Fadi
get
Nassar
paid
Incorporated
to
does
fuck.
not
I'm not
deny, confirm.
arguing that. Listen, no, listen. I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing the point of PR, public relations. If a tape comes out that you grab bitches by the pussy, whether they want it or not, you said it in
You're
those
saying-
words,
no.
and you're running for president of the United States, 10 years, that would have been the end of your gig.
No,
you
I
going
know.
home. Nowadays, now,
I
don't
think
have
it's
like,
just Trump. My
right?
argument is it's just Trump.
No, it's not just Trump.
Yes,
It's, no, he
because
came in.
worse shit has happened to other people,
Yes.
and they've gone
No, no.
down for it.
But no, but see,
Yeah.
it's
Look at all the other stuff. Like Elizabeth Warren fucking just lied. Like she
How
made
about
a
let's
little
just go
white
back
lie.
to your
She's
John
done.
Edwards.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
John
She's done.
Edwards
Her life was about
comparison.
some
No,
dumbass
He ran
shit too. It
against
was
a
about that
woman.
Indian shit, right?
Yeah, she lied
Yeah.
about. Well, she lied about a bunch of stuff. But my point is, Elizabeth Warren is fucking dead in the water in 2020. But Trump, it's just Trump.
No. Listen,
It's always
but
been
see,
just him.
again, the point that
There's
I'm
a
making is this.
fucking-
He's a brand.
No,
But
I
yo,
respect
fuck
the
that
Bel
guy,
Air
bro.
episode.
Straight up.
We are all arguing the same point, but the thing that I'm really trying to get you guys to notice is the fact that it was just the perfect like meteor,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah,
in the
every
age
step
of
is covered.
Twitter, without Twitter,
man.
Donald Trump will never be able to survive.
Let me tell you what.
It wouldn't work.
No,
Robbie,
man, he's gonna be surviving.
It's true, because no, it's true. Without Twitter, of course,
Totally wrong.
How
No, I
does
mean,
he-
I do like, who gives a fuck?
No.
Of course,
Without guns, the world looks a lot different. Without boats, the world looks a lot
No.
different. What fucking point?
Maybe
are you
the
making?
point that I'm making is John Edwards. Maybe if he had 20 million fucking Twitter followers, they're like,
No,
fuck
John
that bitch in
Edwards,
your middle of bed.
Listen.
Robbie,
You know what I mean?
again,
He would've-
Yo,
he
Robbie,
would've stopped
Robbie,
me around.
it's so obvious how
possible.
little
Yo, Robbie,
you know
hear this.
outside of the mainstream media.
What are
'Cause
you talking
Hillary
about? Think about-
Clinton had already had on the international level, had one of the worst reputations of any politician. She fucking dunked on Obama and Edwards until a very deep into the thing where Obama made a fucking incredible speech that literally like
Changed the world.
caused a fucking cultural
Changed
moment.
the fucking world. man.
Robbie, you are literally just parroting literal DNC fucking talking
You're
points.
just attacking my points, but you're not.
No,
You're
guys,
not.
I'm
guys,
explaining
Trump-
very
let
clearly
me
you're
fucking
not
say
making
now.
a
Y'all
point.
been talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
listen,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
20
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
minutes on this fucking topic where nobody's mentioned the fact that, yo, this is the world we live in. It's the world we live in where the president is blocking people from testifying, fucking subpoenas. He's fucking overcoming the law, and that's
It's just not
happening,
true.
bro.
It's just not true.
Of course it is, man.
How?
Listen, bro.
Explain to me how.
Okay, please let me explain this to you. Like, give me a minute to actually really be able to unpack this. What was he accused of? Abuse of power.
Yeah, we've been over this. A
Right,
term
yeah,
of art
yeah.
that's not in the Constitution as something that's impeachable or
And it's something that
could be-
Obama's done.
Robbie, I'm
Look,
telling
you cannot-
you
look,
have a
look,
very
listen.
superficial understanding.
How
and you
is it?
need
No,
to
you
explain
didn't.
to
I didn't
someone
say.
who spends
I
their
didn't say.
entire life
Listen.
reading this shit.
I
I don't
didn't
watch
say-
a lot of TV news. I read a lot of books.
Look.
There's
okay.
a difference.
But see, here's the thing. You toot your horn to a certain extent, but you're not addressing the points that I'm making. Address the facts that I'm putting in front of you.
I
Fact
have
number one.
multiple times.
Okay.
You don't understand it because not only are you
No, but I
only
haven't-
vaguely familiar with the concepts, you don't get the
Vaguely
terminology.
familiar.
You don't understand
Vaguely
the
familiar.
terms you're using, Robbie.
Okay, so listen.
You
here-
wouldn't say abuse of
But
power
I
and
haven't
shit
said
like this.
I haven't said a single thing, and you're already attacking my
Because
point. That goes to show that you're being frivolous in
Because
your
he is
attack.
No,
Yeah,
you
you're a
act
point
like I
attacker.
haven't heard this shit
I'm
from
a
a thousand
No, but
fucking
like, what did I
talking
say?
heads.
What have you heard?
You
I
used the word
was-
abuse of power. So I
Of
know
course.
already
So, but see-
disqualified from this
See,
conversation.
but see, that's the problem, though. That's
You're
the
not
pro-
a serious person if
No,
you
no.
bring up abuse of power.
They
Of
had time to
course.
bring in
Let me
witnesses.
explain-
They didn't
like,
get
but
the
see-
witnesses in there.
You're going to explain to
Adam
me something,
Schiff
Robbie.
was-
I very
Look,
indisputably know
listen,
more about
Pat,
how the
okay,
U.S.
but
Constitution
listen,
and
but-
political process
Yeah, we
works.
can't
Pat,
run
listen,
through this whole
just
impeachment thing.
answer a simple question. Answer a simple question. if I okay,
What's
He
the
had
question?
been, no, listen.
Last question.
Donald Trump
I know
has
what
been-
you're
no,
gonna
no,
ask, and I'm gonna fucking dunk the
do
answer
that.
on you.
Okay,
Go
last
ahead.
question.
Right,
Last
okay.
question. Go.
Donald Trump was giving money to Ukraine since the first year that he came into the presidency, since 2016. 2016, he gave the aid.
So if you want to have a series to do this properly, he's not giving them money. Trump is not giving them money. The United States gives them aid. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. Okay, but you know
Be an
what?
adult,
He
have a
signed off
serious
on the
discussion
aid.
about
He
this.
signed off on the aid in 2016.
Yep.
He signed off on the aid in 2017.
Yep.
He signed off on the aid
Yep.
in 2018, and then all of a sudden in 2019, all those years have been signing off to the aid when Joe Biden was now the lead Democratic. He was
what's
looking like
the
he's the lead guy.
question,
Now he wants to engage into looking into corruption in Ukraine.
You mean like the way they
What the
impeached Trump
fuck
right
were
before
you
a
doing?
major election?
No, what the fuck were you doing for the 3 years before that, before you started looking into that? Why does it matter now? Because the reason why you would think it matters is because now Joe Biden
No, because he got
is
the
now
information at
So,
that time.
How do you explain that? Why do you
There
think
was a
that
massive
at that
investigation.
time?
There was a massive investigation into Hunter Biden and him working
was-
in the Ukraine,
That was
receiving
in the Obama
tons
administration.
of
That
money.
was
but he's still
known.
there. He's still there now.
No, he's not there
He's there
now.
making this
Listen,
money from-
He was there. No,
Yeah,
he-
the
no,
real
stop.
money he's
No, he
making is
didn't.
actually through China. So
Right,
they were
no,
very happy to
stop.
give up the
Listen,
Ukraine
sure,
thing.
but-
See, you guys don't have no fucking idea what you guys are talking about. He was like.
It's
li-
so
listen,
insulting, Robbie.
the-
I do this for a living.
Okay,
I
okay, my bad.
literally
My bad.
am
But no,
more
but like-
than 1,000 times smarter than you.
Okay.
You would be a fucking
You know what?
terrible comedian if you could have even a leg to stand
That
on in
is
this debate.
that is terrible.
You would
Listen,
have to suck as a comedian to be able to do
look,
this.
look.
I've done this with Amish Patel and a bunch of
Listen.
other comedians who have this fucking bizarre, inflated sense of ego because they watch a lot of fucking news. This is tedious.
Oh, this is real. I just took that in. This is your actual job.
Yes, Robbie.
Arguing with the-
Robbie.
Argue the facts, Pat. Argue the facts that are just
What
in front of you.
facts have you
Answer
presented?
my question. Why give aid in 2016, 2017, and 2018,
Because the
and
election
then
was coming up.
decide that now I care about corruption when Joe Biden is the lead frontrunner for the Democratic Party? Answer that
was
question.
looking-
Answer
Let me,
that question.
let me
you
answer
mind?
it for you. Maybe it's been happening the whole time.
No.
And he
I-
got
oh, why
he got
now?
the
It's such
information.
something now.
signed off on
such
it and
a
used it.
softball, low IQ.
Answer the question.
Go ahead, Robbie.
See, that's so
okay.
Trump-ish to be able to do.
this,
I'm not like
this
Trump. You
was
twin.
Trump.
I'm twice as smart as him.
What?
This was
Listen,
Trump
Robbie,
looking-
Answer
Robbie,
the question.
you are
Answer the
the-
question. Answer the question. Just
Very easy. It's very easy to answer. It's very easy to answer.
Go ahead.
The reason he was giving money to Ukraine is because he was fighting against the Russians. That's sort of like a political image thing for Trump. So he, unlike Obama, stepped up the aid and started giving them basically offensive weapons. So Obama sent them a lot of like MREs and shit like that, and Trump started sending them surface-to-air missiles. Some of those surface-to-air missiles have ended up in the super far right-wing guys' hands, who a lot of times get robbed by the Russians. Those have been used to take down passenger airlines in the last 5 years. So that's, first of all, one of the reasons why the aid had, if you look, got delayed by certain people who are basically the ones in charge of like approving like how the arms are going to get delivered and distributed to them, because the U.S. has an interest of like, we can't just give people missiles. We have to know exactly who
Where they
has
go.
each missile, because if you fire that at a fucking civilian,
But
you're-
see, did all that
you
become?
couldn't even
I
let you
believe
Did
couldn't
the
all
even
question
that
get
was
become
answered
obvious
just
in
now, bro.
2019 though? Because you're not answering the question. Again,
No,
you're
you're
giving me talking points. Because look, my question was,
No, you
why
asked him.
2016?
Robbie,
Why
answered your
2017?
question.
It would
Why
involve
Robbie,
you.
2018?
It would involve you shutting up and having a small amount of willpower to just shut
Let me
your
hear
fucking
it
mouth.
though. But like, no.
I'd
listen,
be
no,
happy
no,
to.
you're-
You can't
you're
control
running-
yourself though.
No. Here's the
You'd
problem.
stop talking and let me do it then.
You're running. No, listen. You're
No, you
running
see-
in
again.
circles. You're running in circles. So answer
How?
the
In
question.
what way?
And, no, because
No,
you,
I'm trying to explain something that you don't know. Robbie.
Okay, look, but that's not. I don't care about that because that's
Then
not
you
what
be
I asked you.
quiet and let
Okay,
me do it.
listen.
If you're so confident, Robbie, just let me talk myself into a grave.
Okay, so go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, as Trump has been investigating and interested in the 2016 election rigging, which is directly germane to what's going on in Ukraine, because Ukraine state officials worked with Obama people. So this is why he has an interest in investigating who from the United States and the Obama administration, because they're the ones who have been dealing in Ukraine for the last 8 years, who has been exerting political pressure to gain personal advantages at the expense of the United States' interests. One of these people was, as you described, very well known to be Biden, because guess what? Surprise, surprise, the Obama administration wasn't particularly interested in investigating the innumerable members of the administration who had engaged in, let's just call it, shady behavior. So when again, you can't fucking control yourself. Back the fuck away from the mic if you need to.
No.
So what happens is a Ukraine prosecutor who's notoriously corrupt starts investigating this company called Burisma, because Burisma, who's a energy giant, has fucking bad Russian fucking mobbed up and Russian state actors who are constantly going in and out of that place. They're using it as like, we'll hide this person here. Oh, no, he's been caught. We'll move him again. So this company is very dangerously corrupt. It also has Hunter Biden, who is a military washout drug addict with zero business experience, zero energy experience, zero oil and gas experience, and he's on the board. The reason Viktor Shokin, the prosecutor, was fired and publicly fired was because Biden specifically asked for it to happen and withheld aid to the Ukrainians until it happened. So now 2016 happens and Trump gets in. Rudy Giuliani is sent by Trump because Trump doesn't feel like he can trust any of the old bureaucrats who have basically almost all Obama holdouts, because they're all the leaks, obviously. Because you're friends with the old guy, why would you help the new guy? Certainly, why would you deal with him honestly or keep his fucking secrets, especially if you don't think that they're secrets worth keeping?
Right.
So he is investigating 2016 election interference that has to do with Ukraine. It also has to do with Biden's thing. So that's the explanation for that. Now, allow me to pose the question to you.
Right.
Why is Biden and his son not allowed to be investigated just because he's running for office?
That's a fantastic question. First of all, there's a couple problems.
Before you answer that question, I have never seen somebody present so many facts.
No.
Such a compressed period of time.
No. There's a lot
to prove one point wrong.
A lot of things were said.
That was gorgeous.
A lot of things were said.
Fucking question went to shit, Robbie. Your question went to fucking ass, bro.
Let him
Question went to shit, bro.
Listen.
You got decomposed.
Now let Robbie go. Let him go.
Right. Listen. A lot of things were said. I feel like it's gratuitous to call them facts. Okay. Let me unpack a couple things here, right? First of all, Viktor Shokin getting fired, okay? This what the conservative media has tried to paint it as this like fucking evilish thing that Joe Biden decided to scheme and go do because his son was being investigated.
Do not start trying to accuse me of saying something I didn't.
Listen.
Fuck that shit, Robbie.
I
never said it was some evil thing. I only pointed out how it was exactly the same kind of interference Trump did.
Hold on. Okay, look. Let's I allowed you to
Don't
make your point.
straw man me.
I allowed you to make your point. Let me
If you accuse me of saying something I didn't, I'm not gonna not interrupt you.
Fine. Okay.
Fair,
but see, here's the thing
term.
though. Viktor Shokin getting fired was not because maybe
Biden explicitly has said, I withheld the information until...
Which was... Listen, but it was not... Yes, he did say that. He'd say, I will hold $1 billion because Viktor Shokin was a corrupt prosecutor.
I said that.
For a very long time.
I said that.
So that was not... But see, but the way that, for example, like the conservative, like, political party had tried to make it seem like guys
What the fuck does that have to do with what I just said? What the fuck does that have to do with what I just said?
Because that's the same shit that they say.
You have no fucking clue. That's the embarrassing thing.
Let me finish.
He's so sure that anyone who disagrees with him is a conservative or right-wing. You have no fucking clue what my politics are. You have no idea what my sources are. I guarantee you I know what you exactly who you heard this horse shit from.
Take a breath for a second here, right? You address your point. Let me address the things that you said, right? Like, look,
So far you haven't. You started talking about conservative media.
Hold on. Listen. First of all, the whole fucking Hunter Biden being on the border Burisma, this was in 2015. The fucking State Department looked into this, let him know, and that's when he stepped off the board.
When did they look into it? During the Obama administration, which I already told you.
Okay, listen.
Hillary Clinton sold fucking Russians uranium. They didn't investigate it.
Listen.
Obama gave the ATF fucking guns who got into the hands of Mexicans. They shot cops. None of them got fucking prosecuted. How the fuck can you possibly think that it is fair to say, oh, well, the Obama administration investigated Obama administration people and they said nothing wrong?
Listen,
then guess what? Trump administration people found nothing wrong with the...
I think we need to pull this argument to a close.
I think we need to,
because it's like we put a half an hour, 45 minutes on that one argument, and it's killing my fucking vibe right now.
The impeachment has closed.
Let's pick this up again next week, guys, with this fucking topic. Let's talk about something else.
No. Listen, I can go with an address my point. This man said a lot of things.
I want Robbie to do it. I want Robbie to go.
You know what? No, because look. At the end of the point that I was trying to make is, all this shit didn't matter until Joe Biden was on the quote-unquote front runner on the Democratic ticket.
It's just verified.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
But listen, look, how is it not true?
Because they had begun investigations in Ukraine before then. They just didn't have to do with Biden.
Why not in 2016? When they gave him millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in 2016, did they not know all this shit about like the fucking Ukrainians and Biden? Like,
you know there was an election in Ukraine, right?
Hunter Biden was on the border
I
of
have no
Burisma.
Yeah, they had an
idea
election.
What the fuck are you
what is
talking
going
about?
on in
There was
the
an
world.
election in Ukraine where Vladimir
Holy
Zelensky took
fucking
over.
Christ,
Yeah,
So that
Robbie.
changed the power there. So then the
They were
leaked phone
dealing
call
with a
that we
new
listened to.
guy.
We listened to the leaked phone call of him saying, well, there's still
Christ.
some people left over from the Clinton
is
administration.
fucking killing my
And then
vibe
he was
so
like,
hard
we'll
right
get
now,
those
bro.
people out. Like they had the conversation went out where he was like, there's still some people left from the Clinton administration. We'll get those people out. They think you're going to get impeached. They all laugh and they're like,
That's Maria Yanovich, who is literally an Obama-level person.
So they're trying to get her out because
who
she's
admitted to going to the Ukraines and saying, hey, we would like your help, or please provide aid to Richard Steele. Why would they want him? Why would the Ukrainians want to help a
round of
fucking
applause for Patty,
British
everybody.
agent
Round
who
of
works for
applause
the
for
Hillary
Patty.
Clinton
Pat
campaign?
Hannity, everybody. Pat Hannity, everybody. Just all you mad now. Pat is upset. Pat is upset.
I like that.
Nobody
I like
listens. Nobody listening to this.
Pat,
Robbie
yo.
thinks you won.
Pat's got the fucking
guy's- no,
facts,
listen,
Robbie.
listen.
He's just putting out exponentially
Robbie,
more
you've obviously
facts.
never
right
had
now.
these kinds of
hard.
arguments
It's hard.
with
It's
anybody
okay.
before.
No.
Don't feel bad because I do literally do this for a
It's a
living.
debate.
I'm on like Real Talk Radio. I really
Yeah.
do this. I really have to like
Yo,
study
we're
and
really doing
research
this
things.
too, Patty. Goddamn it.
Yeah, I know, but this
There's a
is
big-
no, but like
There's
this
a
is-
far cry between a comedy podcast that talks about politics and
yeah.
someone who has had
We-
their own
no,
show on
listen,
a
listen,
major
listen.
market talk radio station.
Yeah, that's facts.
But like,
Because
this is why I
they
wanted
got
to
people
have
pulling
Pat
up
here
facts and
because
putting it
he's
together.
gonna hold us
They got
accountable
reports
to our
coming in
shit.
the morning.
that's
They got
not true.
paperwork and shit, bro.
That's not true.
I know.
I
cell
just mean
phone,
like
bro. What
he's
do you
gonna
mean?
engage us in.
No,
in
I was bulldozed
debate.
through the point. Like, listen.
Bulldoze.
No, it's true. It was a bulldozing job. Listen, I
What are you
let you,
talking about?
I let you
Without
unload your
facts.
facts, right? Like I let you unload your facts, and
You
but like
brought
somehow,
almond milk. He brought 2%.
We will have this conversation in due time. I'm
No, I'm
excited.
just
I
letting
love
you
this.
know.
This
I
was like a
heard-
boxing match. This is the shit.
I heard, you guys should, you know what? Anybody
I love
listening
it.
to this, go on our Instagram and leave your comments, man.
All day.
Let us know
All
what's
day.
going on with this topic.
You know
Because
what,
I
though?
want to see where our audience stand on
that
this
is
point.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is
And
true.
then we'll bring back some
That is true.
statistics.
I
and
love
we'll
it.
pick it
Though.
up where we left it off.
squaring up. I love squaring up. I love squaring up with this motherfucker.
But I love yo, Patty's dangerous, man. He's bringing facts. You're not giving me the facts, Robbie. You're giving me the story, but he's giving me the facts, the names, the whole breakdown.
Can I go back to what we were saying about the whole what was it called? The speech that Trump gave. The address, the State of the Union. That's what it was. So for years, since the beginning of the presidency, they have this whole like archaic, system where they come up and they say, "I, the Speaker of the House, present you the honorable blah blah blah," and they make a whole big deal out of bringing up the President of the United States.
Right.
And Pelosi stands up there and she just goes, "Here's your president." And then Trump just walks up. Oh shaking. That's
I
like
didn't
if I
see
got a
that.
shitty intro at an open mic, I'm not talking to that motherfucker for 2 weeks.
I know, that's a stern talking
He
to.
didn't shake
Yo,
my hand as she
with my
pre-rips
thing, man,
his
there's a lot,
papers.
like,
But you know what?
my-
though? But he didn't
Fucking
shake.
lady.
He didn't shake Pence's hand either. If he had like,
He's about
if
to
he had,
like do
like,
his first State of the Union. He's probably only thinking about that.
He's borderline autistic. He probably didn't even fucking register.
Yeah, no, I don't think he. Yeah, no, I
It's
don't think so
just-
either. I don't think it was a thing. Like, no, but
Like,
the
he's
problem
not
is, like,
thinking about
she
that.
felt this
No.
though. But see, that's what happens when
Dog,
you're doing
at
shit
the
in the
end of the
public
day-
eye.
I don't think she
At the
actually
end
does,
of the
by
day,
the way.
I don't give a fuck about.
No?
I think
about-
she's faking it as my. I think.
Oh yeah, she was just trying to get on the Democrat side because she thinks they're
Yeah.
going to be the next
She
in power.
has
Nah,
such
man.
a low
At the
opinion
end of
of
the
Trump.
day, with
He's
me,
like
I'm just gonna
bug
put
to
it
You know
out
what it's
there.
like? It's like the Fox News anchors that started writing their Trump books when they thought Trump was going to get into power to like get in on that wave. Pelosi's trying to do this with a Democratic wave. She's being like
But she's
super
more
woke.
trying to not lose her grip
Yeah,
because
yeah.
obviously, like the AOC Bernie wing is
Oh, they'll
like
just
the
burn her to the
young hot
ground.
wing, and they don't like her.
Yeah, Bernie, young hot
Insane
wing.
people. Insane
Yeah,
people.
that's an old fucking crispy ass.
Fuck. That's
Yo,
crazy.
I was gonna say, despite of all the shit with Trump, like his appearance, like his fucking habits, his just the whole whack fucking behavior or whatever. Despite all that, I just don't agree with the policies, bro. I don't.
But you love the man.
I
love
don't.
the man.
I don't. No, I don't love
I
the
love
man.
the
Nah,
man.
I never
He's
said I
the
love the
funniest
man.
president ever.
No,
He's
hold on.
definitely
Reel
the
that back.
funniest.
I never said I love the man. I don't like the man
I
at
do
all.
love the man.
I don't like the man at all.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. I don't agree with the policies, and that's where I stand on that.
I agree with talking about how short Mike Bloomberg is.
Yeah,
That's the best.
Yo,
It's just-
Bloomberg.
Minute.
He
I
wants
saw
a
that
box for
video.
the debate.
That
I get
video
it
he was
shut.
talking about. He said
wants
something
an apple
about
box.
the like
Redlining.
LGBT. I don't know what
was
it
it?
was, but he said something about
Who? Mini Mike?
Bloomberg, man.
Was it Mike Bloomberg?
Bloomberg has said such fucked
Yeah,
up
it was
shit.
like in a big
Bloomberg,
interview
Mini
too, and he
Mike.
was like in a chair on stage, and he just said the wildest shit. I'm like, wow.
He's
Little-
talking
But
about
you know what, dog? I'm listening to this guy, and I'm like, this guy's a billionaire, and this is what's on his mind.
Yeah.
Did you
the
guys see
savior
him?
of the Democratic
you can't
Party.
battle that
He's a
with
billionaire,
minimum
but he
wage,
doesn't
my
have
G.
enough money for
Yeah.
apple boxes. Gotta stand on the apple boxes.
Did you guys see him talking about redlining? Like, you guys know what redlining is?
Yeah.
So, like, fuck, like,
That's
I
like
think
when
that
you
came out like
misspell
today.
something on
Yo.
Microsoft Word. right?
Oh man, dude, no.
Okay, let me tell you something. I didn't watch news today. I didn't watch any of that. I watched a video today of an old lady doing cocaine. Like, an
That's
old lady
beautiful.
that popped up on my
What's that?
Instagram, and it was this old old couple, like a senior citizens fam. At a fucking resort, and some kids are like, "Hey, take this." She puts it on her hand.
You
She
know how
sniffs
beautiful
it,
it- I would
and her
love-
husband's just like, and I'm like,
I
what
would
the-
love to
I
buck
was like,
rails
yo,
with an
that-
80-year-old. Can
She
you
took
imagine how?
she took a fat line. I'm like, wow,
the
this
amount
girl's
of
heart's gonna
wisdom-
explode
Oh my
out of her
God.
fucking heart. Okay,
What was there was something else that I sent you. I think it was another video.
Iowa caucus voter for.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Can
yeah.
we talk about this?
Yeah,
Maybe we
yeah,
should end on
let's
this
roll it up.
on
Let's
this
roll it
story.
up. Yeah,
What
let's
is it?
roll it up.
Okay, so Pete
You've only done an
Buttigieg-
hour, and you could cut out like me and Robbie.
Yeah,
fucking
that's true.
yelling.
That's
No,
true.
no,
I'm not
that's
cutting
going
that
in.
out.
We could do that
That's
another
going
time.
in.
I'm not
No,
cutting
that's
that
going
out.
in.
Actually,
No, I like the
We
argument.
do have
I
more
like the
time. We do
argument.
have more
Yeah.
time. I'm wrong
Yeah.
because I'm looking at this. Yeah, let's play this first. Hold on, Pat. Let me explain it first. Yeah, we do have more time because I started this recording earlier. But Pete Buttigieg, do you guys know Pete Buttigieg?
Yeah.
So he's running in
Yeah,
the Democratic
yeah.
Party. He declared
the
himself
leader.
winner of Iowa.
Yeah,
He's-
yeah,
he
yeah,
is the
yeah, he
delegate
did,
leader.
Yeah,
But the
so
fucking
did
thing
he
wasn't
win
out
it?
because they
He's
fucked up. The machines were fucked
Oh
up.
yeah. It was
They had
super
like a
fucked.
horrible like fucking.
That was crazy.
And coincidentally, his campaign had donated a lot of money to that app company. But there's no reason to suspect that with these constant errors, always against Bernie and in some centrist person's favor, there's definitely no fixing going on.
But
there.
somebody
yeah.
should sabotage Bernie. Bernie is a huge problem.
I like
No,
Bernie.
Bernie's
man.
got to win.
I like Bernie,
Bernie's
man.
got to fucking win.
I like
baby.
Bernie, man. I
my
like
God,
Bernie, bro.
No.
I like Bernie. I
No,
like
listen,
Bernie.
look, listen.
Hold
to
on,
me,
let's play the clip. Let's play
Yeah,
the clip.
play the clip, play the clip.
Let's play the clip.
Are you saying that he has a same-sex partner? Yes.
Oh yeah, I seen this.
Are you kidding? Yeah, he's married to him, yeah. Then I don't want anybody like that in the White
I
House.
think is this after she voted for him? Yeah.
So can I have my card back? I don't know. Kind of. We could go ask. I never knew that.
Karen for sure.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not voting for that guy.
I don't want to vote
Not
for
in my
a
house.
gay.
How do you not
Is he
know?
a fruit like Robert Pattinson?
How fruity is he
Is he
exactly?
Robert
Dude,
Pattinson
I
fruity,
like
or is
Buttigieg
he-
though, man.
I
know,
do
think
like him too,
I like
man.
him,
I don't know what
but
it
yo,
is.
I want
He's a
Bernie to
great
win, man.
guy
I feel like
that
Bernie
is like
bro.
a
I'm a
white
guy that's trying to
Obama.
get back into America. Okay,
Dude.
I need to go to New York and do comedy. If
Pete-
Trump stays in office, I ain't crossing the border, son. All right,
Buddy,
get this guy out of office.
your best bet then is Bernie Sanders.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Pete Buttigieg. Like if Bernie Sanders gets in,
trying
we're
to-
all getting visas.
He's trying
like,
to get felons to vote.
okay,
like, you know what I'm
Pete-
saying?
Pete Buttigieg-
We're getting in first day.
He's
Pete
getting an
Buttigieg-
amnesty to all the undocumented
Yeah,
migrants.
yeah.
I'm going to be an undocumented migrant the fucking day that he gets
Oh,
into office.
100% I'm going there. But Pete Buttigieg is a Obama light. Watch any of his fucking
He's to the left of
speeches.
Obama.
But dude, just the way that he talks.
Oh, yeah, he
and I
is
think
ripping that off.
We
Yeah.
are
The
good.
cadence.
He's
They present
totally
well.
ripping it
They
off.
present well.
He's
But I think
ripping off
Obama is one of the best public speakers I've ever
Yeah,
watched.
one of the
Yeah.
best orators
yeah.
of the last
And he's like-
50 odd years.
hands
He's like
fucking
a
down,
comic
man.
that's
like I would
doing
listen to
his
him and I'd be
favorite
like,
comic.
fucking
You know
right,
those
bud.
people?
Like, yeah.
No, but you know what it is though. For me with
The
Pete, it's
comic
like
is doing his favorite comic.
Yeah,
he
I
just
know.
took that in.
Yeah, he's a comic doing like
Yeah,
he's doing like a
he's like, hey,
version
this is
of
No,
my
Fire.
but you know what?
thing,
No,
yeah.
but like to me, I think like I try to listen to the substance of what everybody is bringing forward. Because to me, like what I like about him is like I hate people that make unhealthy fucking promises. You're going to overhaul healthcare, bro. First of all, listen. If you
So you
don't,
plan to vote
if
Republican?
you don't
Yeah,
have Congress, if you don't
Yeah,
have a
then you
Congress,
keep your health care.
no, but like it's all about like what people are fucking
Amy
promising.
Klobuchar.
Yeah, like,
Bro, I think
but
every
Pete,
president
like,
went into healthcare, man. Every president's like, we're gonna change healthcare.
No,
That's what they all
The
fucking
Democratic
promise.
Party is a contest to see who will promise the most free shit.
Yeah, and get the most money out of it.
No, but like that's
Oprah
a new
Winfrey
thing. It
would
wasn't
win
always.
the
She
Democratic
absolutely
Party.
would.
She
That's
would
probably the biggest
absolutely win.
mistake was the
She could
DNC
step
not running a
in
famous
and
person.
win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if Oprah Winfrey had stepped in, she would have won.
And, or, no, if Michelle Obama
No.
had
Or
ran
Michelle
with
Obama?
Oprah
Yo.
Winfrey
No.
as the
Michelle
vice
Obama with
president.
Oprah Winfrey as her vice
but like,
president.
no,
Going
That's
back
a
to
fucking win.
Buttigieg
No,
though,
you
because
guys-
I saw that
That's
clip,
an
and that's
easy
definitely some
win.
Karen type of shit. This girl had no idea he was homosexual, and she voted for him.
Oh yeah,
That's
No,
the average
listen.
American voter.
Yeah.
That
that's what I
that
mean.
is. That was my point.
That's the
Took
guy
the
standing
fucking
in
words out
front
my
of his.
mouth.
But that's also the guy standing in front of his trailer, being like, "I love Trump. He says the stocks are good." Like, it's
See,
also
it's
that
People who
guy.
vote are fucking
They're-
gullible
I got me my
rubes.
Yeah, like,
gun and my stocks.
Whatever channel they watch, that's how they're voting.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Look, but see,
Yeah.
here's the thing: the extremist factions of any party are always the minority. The majority of the Democratic Party are centrist people, reasonable people. Are like, no, fuck,
man,
you cannot
fuck that.
overhaul healthcare, bro. That's fucking crazy. But I can make you on infrastructure. I can meet you on, like, I don't want you to fucking erase the borders, but I don't want you to put children in cages.
Yeah.
Most people are centrist
That's what
in their
Congress
views,
is for,
but
is
like
that
the extremist parts of any party are always the loudest. They're the ones that you hear
course.
about the most. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. But
That's
they
why like
also have
the
the strongest
AOCs and
influence.
So-
Because they're the loudest, they have the strongest influence.
Yeah, so
that's
that's-
dangerous.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
listen,
man.
let me tell you something. It doesn't matter what everything Bernie Sanders tell you. I can promise you, he will never give you free college. It's just not fucking
who cares,
happening.
bro?
He's a democratic
Bro, stop.
socialist. The way
College
those
was
always
free in
work is
Iraq
he
with
gets
fucking
it
Saddam
will
Hussein.
never
Okay, let me
happen.
tell you something, bro. Yo, college used to be free in Iraq under Saddam Hussein. Look that shit up.
Yeah,
That's a
but
fact.
look.
They fucking hung that guy, man. They don't give a fuck
No, but look,
about fucking you're paying for your college.
Bernie-
These
Bernie
people
They
are
could easily
murdering
give
people.
everybody
Yeah.
free college. It just means college is worth shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Means,
what?
like,
It's already worth shit.
Exactly.
It'd be
No,
worth
and-
even significant.
Yeah.
Education.
No,
I'm
but
not saying
the
college. I'm
same
saying
as like a high
education
He
in
can do
general.
all the things he wants to
Education
do.
in
It will
general.
destroy
No,
the
no,
country.
I remember
no.
this,
Listen,
bro.
your social science degree ain't worth shit. The
Oh,
guy
man.
who's trying to figure out the cure to the coronavirus, be thankful that he went to college. If that nigga went to fucking Everest and he's like, yo, I'm the guy in charge of figuring out the coronavirus, you'll be pissed as fuck.
But
You're like,
the
you don't got
point-
somebody
the point
smarter
is,
who
though-
knows some shit?
Dog.
It doesn't
Yo,
matter
the
though.
smarter
like, some
guy
people waste
figured
their
out
time
that
in
AIDS
college.
came from a monkey. Okay, like that's their fucking solution
that's
to
the
that
Everest
problem.
guy. That's
You
the
know,
Everest
no,
guy.
that's
When the
the
Harvard
Harvard
guy
guy,
went
bro.
If you want
that's
tax-
the fucking
if
higher
you want
power guy.
taxpayers, if they want taxpayers to pay for people's college tuitions, then there needs to be a fucking test that's in place
Yeah.
that grades you and says,
No,
here are
man.
the colleges and the programs that you qualify for based on your test results.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you're going to have taxpayers paying for a fucking liberal arts degree.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not
They
gonna
already
use.
are.
All
And
I'm saying is
are.
they
Like,
gotta lower the student debt and all this
Insane.
shit, man.
See?
Like
That's
they gotta,
a Pete
they
Buttigieg
gotta,
statement.
they gotta cap. They gotta cap
What
how
you
much
need to
schools can
do-
charge. That's what they need to do.
They
need
already-
to cap.
they
how
already
much,
do.
Yeah.
But
That's-
the cap's too high, man.
No, that's
schools
it's the
have
I heard
opposite.
ways
that
The
around
from
reason
that billionaire. What's his name? Mark Cuban.
Yeah, well,
That's where I heard that from, and I thought about it. I'm like, that makes fucking sense.
I would
man.
not trust billionaires to necessarily
But that
know
makes
anything
sense
about
because college is always
business.
going
Yeah.
up if they cap it.
The
we're
reason the
good.
college
Like,
always goes up
you
is
know-
because the federal government guarantees student loans. That's why it goes up.
Yeah,
you could
so-
be the
but if
dumbest
it-
motherfucker in the world going for a degree that has zero
Yeah.
fucking chance to
But
make
at the
you any
time, he
money.
thinks
they'll
he's
give you
the
money.
fucking man, right?
No
Yeah.
private
No.
company would ever do that shit. It's
Yeah.
the federal government.
You're
that's
already
doing it.
getting free college to a certain extent. Like what?
They are no.
yeah.
What you got was 100% free.
I
You
still
have
haven't paid for my
It's
college.
worth shit though.
I never
Yeah.
went to college.
It's worth less
Yeah,
than
I'm sitting
free.
here with all
worth
you.
nothing.
It genuinely retards
Yo,
most
I
people's
hire
learning.
and
And here's the
fire
thing, though.
university students, bro,
Like-
and I'm a fucking dropout. I'm a high school. I got
I
my.
don't
I'm a high
I
school
got-
and a college
buddy,
dropout
I
as
got
well.
I dropped out of high school, went back to fucking SCAS at fucking Markham and Progress, and I graduated from SCAS, bro.
And you want the taxpayer to send this guy to engineering.
And you know what?
This is not gonna fucking
And now
last.
I pay more taxes than the university students with university degrees
No,
that I'm
that's the
hiring,
best thing.
and they're
The
failing. And I'm
irony
having to let
is-
them go because they failed at the fucking field.
These kids who are genuinely more often than not actually gonna end up earning more money through their life. Their college is actually subsidized by fucking 18-year-olds who graduate high school,
And
get in a fucking bucket
I
and start
think
trimming
you know what
trees
I
and
think.
roofing and shit.
I think that is the really true solution to this problem. Stop sending 18-year-olds to
Yeah,
college.
that's
You
fucking
should go to
stupid.
college when you're 26,
Yeah.
27.
It's a waste
You've
of
been
time.
fucked
No,
good.
man.
You've
No,
been through
man.
that.
Fuck
you
that.
get that shit in your
No,
system.
no.
There's
You
no
should-
reason for anybody to go to
Fucking-
college
bro,
unless you're
then
becoming a
fucking
me-
doctors
a
will be like
doctor or
fucking
something.
75 when they come operate on your
Bro,
ass.
have you ever fucked an 18-year-old girl? She just learned how to take care of her pussy.
They're
you know,
the
you can still
dumbest
taste a
people.
little piss. Like,
That's-
but
again, that's 'cause they're products of public
this bitch
schools.
is out here
Yeah,
deciding
yeah.
what she's gonna do.
Is what
like
we
for
were
her
talking
whole
about
life.
at the
Said is,
moment.
like
It's
college
called
would
a pissy
actually
pussy. It's called a pissy
The
pussy.
pissy pussy,
The
man.
pissy pussy. You know what I'm
college
saying? Like,
would
it's-
actually be worth something. College would actually be worth something
And
if you
cheaper
wait
than it is
and
now.
cheaper than it is if people
Bro,
didn't go all
you
to school
cannot
right after high
get
school.
a loan for $20,000 a year when you don't know how to wash your pussy properly. There should be some sort of
What are you
requirements.
talking about, bro?
Bro,
Dog,
listen,
listen,
18
what?
years
Yo,
old,
dog, there's
18 years
things-
old.
Bro, I'm
Listen.
telling you, there's some fucked up things out there, man.
Fam,
Yo,
listen,
what you're
the
talking
animals,
about?
that
Listen,
is-
man. Back in the day, man. Oh my god, I can't tell you the story.
Fuck! Like my girl's
You're
watching
wrong.
this.
That's what you need to know. I can't.
No.
I'll tell you the story after.
Yo, but for real though, like listen, like, no, 18 years old is not like. Remember at 18, like 18, you just like you barely just like realize what the fuck is going on.
Can't
Now
even grill
you're trying to
cheese
make a
properly.
decision where like you're gonna maybe get $100,000 in a loan,
And credit card companies are knocking.
and then
The
figure out that you don't
Democrats
even
want
want
to
to do
give you
this
the
shit.
vote 2 years before that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think they're gonna not vote to give
Oh
themselves
my
more
God.
free
this,
shit?
This is perfect timing too. Was it again Elizabeth Warren? She was at some like college or whatever, and this girl comes up to her and she goes, "I only have $6 in my bank account,
Bro, this bitch is trying to get a cut.
but I'm gonna give you $3 because I think you're gonna win."
and Warren took
And
it.
Warren fucking took that $3.
When
from
I
that-
heard that, it literally took
I
me
was
less
like-
than a half a second of like, why wouldn't you just give her a job on the campaign?
Yo, hold on.
Because
hold on,
even
hold
if
on.
it's not a real
Hold on.
job,
How
it's
long
just
ago-
a
how-
great
how long
Someone
ago was this?
believes in you.
How long ago
this
was
is
this?
recent.
So yo, don't
3 or 4
rule it
days
out
ago?
yet. Don't rule it out yet. Maybe she'll like do the whole thing right before.
It's too
like,
late. She's already getting the
Yeah,
backlash.
She's probably
Yeah,
gonna.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's
but
already-
Everybody
Yeah.
who knows now
Yeah.
it'd be disingenuous. So it'd be
Yeah,
worse if she
it'd
did
be
it.
like, oh, I was going to hire her, but
That
the
was-
email didn't get
Yeah,
sent.
yeah, Bernie Sanders.
That
just
shows the
cocked the other day.
disposition of
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
who is
Shows
so
how disconnected
certain
they are.
She's a generous
Yeah,
and loving,
yeah,
kind person. She could not be
But
more
see,
of a self-centered.
This is
cunt.
Yeah,
this is what
it's
I was telling you though. The
fucking brutal.
era of the traditional politician is over. She wasn't just handshake and kiss baby mode. She's not even seeing what the fuck is going on. Like if you
Someone
were
gave
I
her
agree with that, but
if you
Trump is
really
not the person
understood-
who killed it. Trump is literally the
The
guy
corn.
who
Trump-
showed up afterwards
Trump
now
would
that
have
it's
gained that-
dead.
yeah.
And it's like, fuck yeah.
Trump would
this
have
is
given
my
that
world.
girl a job and a gun.
It's
Be like,
idiocracy.
you're an American. Shoot something and come work for me tomorrow.
Trump would have said,
you about a pussy.
Trump would have
If I
said,
have
the
to-
Democrats lied to you and made you believe that this was a good idea.
That's
Pull
why you only
yourself
have
up by
$3.
your bootstraps.
Very
dummy.
bad. From the
$3.
beginning.
That's all you have. $3.
From the
That's all you have.
beginning.
Debt. Trump would have, if that girl had said, Trump, I really
It's
believe in your
fake news.
campaign. I only have $3. Trump would have been like, you had more money than me. I'm $800 million
In
in debt.
1995.
He literally said that to his son. This is a real story.
No, his
where-
daughter was Ivanka.
Was his daughter?
It was
yeah,
his
yeah,
daughter.
where he saw a homeless person. He's like, that guy is wealthier than I am because
see,
I'm
that's-
so far in debt
Yeah.
that
No, but
he
you know what
has
though? See,
no
that's why I
debt.
love the man though. That's why I love the man. It's just the aspiration. Like imagine being
Alright.
that low,
Roby
where you
Hollywood
coming out of
2024.
like
You get a small
No,
loan
you-
of $1 million.
You know what
You
the
come from a multi-billion dollar dynasty.
Let me tell you something. Listen. No, but see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, guys. There's a difference between being broke and being broke. And like Will Smith talks about it the best is like when he was doing Fresh Prince and he was broke as fuck because like the money hadn't started coming in, but everybody on the bus knew that he was Will Smith.
Yeah.
You know how bad that is?
Yeah.
You walk out, everybody's expecting you to just be like, daddy dollars, but you ain't got no money.
Yeah.
Like that is worse than being broke. When the world knows
bro.
you broke,
Yeah.
that's fucked up. And to rise from that to being the fucking leader of the free world, fuck
Even
yeah,
crazier
Donald.
than that.
Fuck
Even
yeah,
crazier
that's
than that.
beautiful.
No, you know what's crazier than that?
That was deep. That was
There's
deep.
a step even before that. There's the step where Obama said to him, I'm one thing you'll never be. That's president.
Oh, with the
And then
tweet.
he was like,
When he read the
That's
tweet.
literally the day he
No,
decided
that
he
is
was
the
gonna roll.
day he
Oh, I
fucking
think it
signed
was.
up.
I think it was on the Jimmy Kimmel show. He does
Just
this like
shows you how
reading the mean
vindictive
tweets,
he
and he read a
is.
tweet
Yeah.
from Donald Trump.
Yeah.
It was like, "Oh, you'll like I'll go down in history as
By all.
something
Yeah,
about
yeah,
him going
yeah,
down in
yeah.
history."
Yeah.
And then Obama's like, "At least I would go down in history as a president."
Yeah.
Obama has so much more to do with Trump than anybody
yeah.
will ever
Oh,
be
yeah.
able to
Because
acknowledge.
This is the fire.
The thing
that
with
was
Donald
lit.
is he thrives on the total and complete evisceration of his enemies.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Whoever it
humiliating
is.
them, yeah.
You guys see like
Humiliates
that
the
shit that
fuck
just
out of
happened,
them.
like the Friday Night Massacre that just happened. Colonel Vindman. Him and his twin brother both got fired. You didn't see this shit?
Of course.
Yeah.
You remember Colonel Vindman? Like the guy who was testifying in the impeachment trial? Like the guy
That
in
American
the,
hero.
Come on, you don't know him?
No.
Oh man, Colonel Vindman testified.
He's this square peg-headed
Bro.
fucking colonel who doesn't like Trump.
Oh,
okay.
bro, listen. You can say
What
whatever you
material
want, but
facts
man-
did he bring?
Oh my God. Okay.
What material facts did he bring?
Listen, the guy was
He has a
told
low
to go.
opinion of Trump. Everybody else testifying does.
His
Big fucking
testimony
deal.
was corroborated by 9 different people. We're not gonna go into it. That's
Exactly.
fine.
9 different people all agreed that they didn't like Trump for
No,
the same
they
reasons.
agreed. Like, listen, John Bolton was telling his people to go talk to the lawyers. Like, what do you send people to the lawyers if nothing wrong is going on?
You know you're a
Like, come
principled
on.
and intelligent man when your saving grace is going to be John Bolton.
John Bolton
Hey,
is
one of the most
national security advisor. He's
Yeah.
Trump's man.
Yeah.
He is the man who is at the top of the food chain
a lying
of all
thief,
these guys.
a notorious lying thief
He's a
whose
who
only
nominated
priority
him?
is fucking killing Iranians. And the second
Yeah,
Trump wasn't
yeah.
interested in killing Iranians,
yeah.
bye Bolton.
Yeah.
Funny how that
He
works.
just took his
Funny
idea
how
and
all of
dashed.
a
He just took
sudden
his idea and threw him out the door.
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
And
all
he probably
the-
made the money off the same guy that was gonna pay him.
all the good left liberal people who are definitely anti-war who now fucking sidle up to these fucking scumbags like John Brennan and fucking John Bolton.
John Bolton was
literally-
nominated by Donald Trump himself.
And
as
now
his
you're
national
invoking
security
his
advisor.
name as evidence in a fucking
He
impeachment trial.
told his subordinates to go talk to the lawyers,
yeah.
because he didn't want to be a part of the drug deal that Sondland and fucking Mulvaney and Giuliani were cooking. This is the national security advisor telling his people, he's like, yo, go talk to the lawyers. This is fucked. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
this is
John
fucked.
Bolton,
Go talk to the
notorious
lawyers.
with
They won't let
standing
him
against
testify.
corruption and ill doings of the U.S. government.
No, but listen.
You are
he's
a
watching his
naive
own
child,
skin.
Robbie.
No, listen. If you
Let's call it.
You are repeating lullabies.
Nobody's denying that John Bolton
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a fucking lunatic. That's not the point. But the fact is, like,
Why
even
invoke
for
him as some kind of
but,
evidence
like,
against
it's going
Trump?
to show you that even for a lunatic like Bolton, what Trump was doing is like, oh shit, this is crazy. You know your boy who's
it's
quick to
not
pull a
his-
gun
what he wants.
at any time, but he sees your other man doing
That's,
something. It's like,
that's how
even I wouldn't do
backwards
this.
dog-brained you have to be. Is look at this evil guy, this evil piece of shit. Even he's against Trump, so Trump therefore must be even more evil, as opposed
it's
to
exponential
maybe
evil.
Trump
He's
was
the good
resisting the evil guy.
Resisting the evil guy.
Yeah,
wouldn't
he
go
didn't
that
go to
far,
war in
Patty.
Ukraine, you fucking knob.
Listen,
Holy shit.
This has been My Daughter is a Communist. My name
fuck
is
it out.
D. Johnny,
yeah,
at D.
yeah.
Johnny Rogers on Instagram.
Roby Hollywood, a brand name like Pepsi.
Yo, my name is Fadi. Catch me at Fadi Nassar. No, at comedian Fadi. My bad on Instagram. Yeah.
Roby
Almost
Hollywood.
gave up.
Please, if you listen to us on iTunes, please give us a 5-star review. That always helps podcasts. And share it
needs
with your
that.
friends if you enjoy that as well.
Yes.
We will hopefully get some more clips up. So definitely go check out at MDAC Pod for more Instagram content.
MDAC
And
Pod.
we are out, ladies and gentlemen.
Mi sono svegliato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono svegliato e ho trovato l'invasor. Oh partigiano, portami via, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao.